everybody, it's Natalie with Ask the Therapist, and I just wanted to check in with you all before we get into Christmas Eve and Christmas tomorrow. For those of you who celebrate Christmas, of course, there's Hanukkah, there's Kwanzaa, there's all kinds of celebrations going on this time of year. So before we get into any of these type of celebrations, or in the middle of all these celebrations, I wanted to share with you the importance of giving the gift of therapy and the benefits of mental health therapy. So I wanted to share a little bit of that with you all today. All right. And so first, it's important to understand that there's all kinds of therapy, right? So there's individual therapy, family therapy, couples therapy, group therapy. And so oftentimes there's a lot of misconceptions regarding therapy. So when there's misconceptions and confusion, we often just do nothing and don't act on anything. So it's important to get some education about therapy. So there's all kinds of therapy out there. Like I said, you could go to therapy for yourself, or you could go for your family, with your family, or with a couple, as a couple as well. So there's all kinds of therapy out there, okay? And once you're in therapy, there's all kind of treatment models. There's all kind of ways people could go about to offer and provide therapy based on your needs, based on your treatment needs, right? And so just to list a few, we have trauma-focused cognitive behavior therapy, we have cognitive behavior therapy, we have EMDR, which is eye movement desensitization reprocessing therapy, family systems therapy, solution-focused therapy, strength-based therapy, acceptance and commitment therapy. So there's all kinds of therapy that's out there that therapists use in order to reach the client. Once they come into services, we do an assessment and we determine what type of treatment will be best to get to meet the goals of the client. Okay, so there's all kinds of treatment out there, all kinds of therapy out there. And with that being said too, there's all kinds of therapists, right? So we have therapists that are LPCs, that are social workers, that are professional counselors, that are psychiatrists, psychologists, and they use different type of models based on what works best for them and their personalities. So there's a limitless of things out there in terms of how therapy can be used. And so it's not just the way that one may perceive it. Okay, so there's all kinds of therapy out there. So with that being said, therapy as a gift to yourself will be such a wonderful gift. As myself going through therapy, have gone through therapy just to work through some things. And for those individuals who need therapy for whatever else, with a lot of my clients, they see the benefits. You could just feel the weight of whatever it is that has burdened them, and whatever it is that they're going through, you could feel the weight just lifted as they're sitting in session, right? And then a lot of that is because there's someone there to listen. It's part of our job as a therapist is to be that listening ear, an unbiased and unjudgmental, non-judgmental listening ear, right? And people need that because oftentimes when people are coming into therapy, there's a lot of shame, a lot of uncertainties. There's just a lot of things that they're going through, and they need that space to be able to feel free and talk freely. And so I know for me as a therapist, I offer that type of space for my clients. Before we even start, as part of the introduction, as part of the getting to know you, right? Because in order for the person to get comfortable in talking, they have to feel that this is a safe space. This is a space where they could talk about whatever's going on. And so with that being said, therapy improves quality of life. It improves relationships. It improves mood. It improves work performance and school performance. So it improves a lot of things. And because part of what happens too in therapy, it starts to allow the individual to start working through whatever it is that they've been holding on to, right? The fact that you now have an outlet to problem solve, and therapy does that. Therapy improves problem solving because you're trying to problem solve whatever it is that's happening and we offer tools, skills, strategies to help individuals work through whatever it is that they're going through. All right, so it improves all these things: quality of life, relationships, mood, work and school performance. Okay, and it reduces medical issues. So there's a research that was done years ago, and as a matter of fact, it continues to go on because it's a longitudinal research called the ACE, Adverse Childhood Experiences, and I talk about this all the time. And I have my clients fill out this questionnaire regarding the ACE. And part of the research, what they find is individuals who's experienced adverse experiences in their childhood will more likely have increased risk factors, right, regarding substance abuse, medical health issues, physical health issues, and all of that. And so, again, as people are experiencing life, adverse experiences throughout their lives, and getting help for it, it helps work through whatever it is that's going on to minimize bigger issues. And so, yeah, as people are working through their stuff early on, it reduces medical issues in the long run. Because, again, in that research, the ACE study was done by Kaiser Permanente and the CDC, Kaiser Permanente and the CDC. Again, it shows link to heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and all of those things. And so we want to reduce medical issues as well. So mental health does that. Another benefit to mental health, it also improves encouragement and support. And with that, it's about feeling empowered. It's important for individuals to feel empowered. And one of the things when they start talking about whatever it is they're going through, whatever it is that's going on with them, once we start to own it, we start to be empowered. We start to now take charge, right? Versus the shame, versus the silence, versus the need to hide, right? But now that you could take ownership as to this is what's happening with me and this is what I'm doing about it, right? It provides empowerment. And with that comes encouragement and support. And again, one of the things I tell clients about, you're not the only one going through this. And inevitably, when I have one client going through something, there's another client that's worked through it. And so offering a lot of tools and strategies used from other clients to work with this client, and things that other clients have done that help them to help this client. And so, again, recognizing that we all go through stuff, right? But oftentimes in those moments, we often feel alone. And therapy is a place to recognize, hey, you're not alone. And I tell clients, you're not the only one going through this. You know, there's lots of individuals, and I have a lot of clients going through the same thing. Okay? So yes, it provides encouragement, support, and feeling of empowerment. Okay? Let's see, what else? I think that's all of the ones that I wanted to really address, right? Quality of life, and what that means with just your life in terms of your outlook of life just gets better. It improves, right? Relationships improve, right? Because once you have a better understanding of what's going on with you, then you could better articulate it. And then there's therapy, depending on what kind of therapy you're going through, depending on what skills you're learning tools and strategies to communicate. You're learning tools and strategies to manage emotions. You're learning things that helps improve quality of life, that helps improve relationships, that helps improve mood, right? As well as school performance and all of those things. And with that being said, now that you have tools and strategies to manage these things rather than holding on to them, which then leads to physical issues, right? Because again, mind and body is connected, right? Now you have physical, you have strategies to work through some of these mental stuff, which now helps also your physical body. And again, that reduces medical issues in the future, which also then at this point therapy provides empowerment, encouragement, support. Okay, so I strongly encourage individuals to give the gift of therapy, whether it's to themselves or whether it's to someone that they love, because again, that experience is what's the word? It's a rewarding experience. That's not the word I'm looking for, but it's a rewarding experience to kind of go through therapy with a therapist that you connect with the right type of treatment, that it's a rewarding experience. And with that reward, you get all the benefits. And like I said, the benefits are your quality of life is improved, your relationships are improved, your mood's improved, your work and school performances are improved. It reduces on medical issues, it reduces stress, you feel more empowered, more encouragement, more support. And all these things are things that we need to have a great outlook in life. So I strongly again encourage that individuals during this holiday season. Okay, sorry, I was paused for a quick second, but it came back on. So seek support. Okay, it's okay to not be okay, despite our strength, our um, our our strength, our courage, everything that we have. Despite all that, it's okay sometimes to not be okay, and to get help from others, and to get support and resources and whatever it is that we need to help us get through the day. So there's lots of ways to seek a therapist. There's Psychology Today. Just put it in your zip code. There's also therapy for Black girls. There's therapy for Black men. There's lots of resources out there that can help you find a therapist that's a good match for you. And again, it's about just talking about what you need, right? Just like we go to the medical doctor to talk about what we need, it's the same thing with our physical health. It's the same with our mental health. And again, mental health impacts physical health. Again, one of the benefits is it reduces medical issues, and we definitely need that. All right. So thank you so much for you guys for listening in, and have a happy holiday.